Hey, here it is, the second half of the Southern versus Savannah State game.
See if it was on Savannah State.
Right now, the score is 7-16. Southern started off real slow with a couple of field goals, and then they got a touchdown. They was down 7-6. Southern got to get it together. They're going to play Jackson State in Jackson next weekend. This might be a
Illegal
bloodbath.
formation
And,
is the
JSU.
penalty. So take off
Quit talking.
the first down.
Game
It
on
will
the
be
big
third
screen.
down and long.
We're going to roll with it.
Southern find themselves
Enjoy.
behind the chains. You see Terrence Graves, the head coach, getting a explanation. His team now has to go 10 yards on third down. It's Coach Kelton, who calls the defense, trying to draw something up to get his defense off the field.
This is a critical, I know it's early in the second half, but this is critical for Savannah State. Again, it's third and long, it's third and 11. This is the perfect situation where, hey, we can get off the field on this third down. We either limit Southern to a field goal or to no points. So again, whatever call Coach Kelton sent out to his guys, they have to execute and get Southern off of the field.
And a new call that's coming in. Let's see if Zay T-Set can diagnose it. Quick throw right into the middle. The tight end makes the catch for a first down. Jermaine Minor, his second grab of the day. This one to the 20.
Good diagnosis by Zay T-Set. Again, you spread the defense out right over the ball. Tight end hooks up. A great pitch and catch. Tight end catches the ball, turn up field. Good job by Jermaine Minor, not taking any false steps. Just turn up field, get those positive yards, and you're able to convert the first down. Good job by the Southern's offense.
Jaguars in the red zone. T-Set out of the pocket once again. Stays on his feet to the 5. Nimble move by Zay T-Set. There was a flag on the play. And it's holding on the Jaguars. So now they have to go back 10 yards. Once again, a strong run, an elusive run by Zay T-Set is wiped off the board by a Southern penalty.
Yeah, for sure. Zay T-Set, you can tell he's just becoming more comfortable as he continues to play in this game. But one thing I know Coach Graves is not happy about are these penalties. They're beating themselves on these positive plays. Again, you got the first down, illegal formation. You got another positive yardage. You get a holding. So I know Coach Graves is not happy about that.
Now, definitely not going to be happy about that as Kendrick Grimes goes down in the arms of William Jones, the junior from Darien, Georgia. Last year had 4.5 tackles for loss, picks up his first in this campaign. Second down and longer now for Southern.
Yeah, so again, if you're Savannah State, Coach Kelton, like, what do you call here, right? It's second and long. Do you want to put pressure on them? You want to blitz them to keep pushing them back, get them out of field goal range? Southern's field goal team has been doing a good job putting points on the board. What can you dial up?
Second and 24. T-Set throws over the middle, and well done defensively. Drayshawn Dawkins playing through the ball, incomplete.
Yeah, that's what you want to see if you're the DB coach, right? You got tight coverage. That was a good pitch and catch, but the way you're able to finish the play. We always tell the DBs you have to finish the play. You have to finish violently, even if when you're going to the ground, make sure you finish the play. That's a good job by Drayshawn Dawkins getting that ball out of there.
Now on third down, if you're Mark Frederick, of course, not a lot of plays in the play sheet to get 24 yards, but want to help your field goal kicker here.
Exactly. So now this is a play call where, hey, look, we're going to do a pitch and catch. Now, if we get yards after the catch, that works, but we want to be able to get in field goal distance, field goal range.
Zay T-Set trying to stay on his feet. He cannot. Strong tackle made by Elijah Norwood. And it will be 4th down. Coming out is Joshua Griffin, who is 3 for 3 on the day, but that's an important stop made by Savannah State's defense after it looked like the Jaguars were marching down the field. Tigers stand strong.
Yes, they do. Again, bend but don't break. We continue to hear that because Coach Kelly, he talks about that. That's the type of defense that he has. You may get some yards on the defense, but he expects his defense to hold up and keep the opposing offense out of the end zone.
45-yard attempt, and it's blocked, and an opportunity for Savannah State. Eli Norwood picks it up and takes it to the 20.
That's a huge play by Savannah State. Now, we talk about, hey, somebody has to make a play. Somebody has to come up big. And again, special teams, they're able to come up and get the block on the field goal. Elijah Norwood is able to scoop. Obviously, you would love to get into the end zone, but a great job. The way you're able to dip your shoulder, get low. Drayshawn Dawkins, you're able to extend out and get that block. Elijah Norwood scoops it up and gets it down the field. One person we do want to shout out Joshua Griffin, the kicker. He hustled, able to cut Elijah Norwood off and gives his defense a chance to get on the field and see if they can make a stop.
Gotta have it here if you're Savannah State, if you want to pull the upset still early in the 3rd quarter, but have to take advantage of this chance. It's Shamarcus Poole shimmying behind the line and takes it into the red zone, short of the 15 at the 16.
Yes, Savannah State offense has to capitalize on what the special teams were able to do. They're able to get you down here in the high red zone. So however, Coach Triss has to dial this up. It has to get 6 or 7 out of here. This is very, very important possession for Savannah State.
3 yards picked up by Poole. 2nd down and 7. Jaden Adams had the 81-yard rushing touchdown in the first half. Used his legs often with more than 100 yards already. This time gets to Poole again on the stretch and maybe a yard to the 15.
Again, just Southern defenses, they're being stingy right now. Being stingy. You see them, they flying around. It's an important 3rd down coming up for Savannah State. Do you put the ball in your quarterback's hands? Do you put the ball in Jaden Adams' hands and see if he can be a playmaker for you?
Derek Williams is the man that made the tackle. He led the team in tackles last year with 67. 3rd down and 6. Savannah State has yet to convert on 3rd down today. Tight end Ivan Kine shifts to the right side of the line. Adams back to throw towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Coverage by Rodney Johnson. He was looking for Deshaun Mitchell, and it was tough with a lot of pressure in his face.
Yeah, that's tough. You get down here in the high red and you're not able to get into the end zone. Good job by our guy, our AB's dog Givens. He's able to control the edge of that defense and still get some pressure on Adams. Good job by Southern's defense being stingy, keeping the offense out of the end zone.
Coach Kelton doesn't want to use a timeout here. Taking some time, and Kelton will have to use that timeout. One man was still on the bench who had to come on late. And Savannah State has to burn a timeout before taking the field goal, and that look says it all for Aaron Kelton.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride and pedigree, sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
1, 2, seal, ziplock and a move. 3, 4, slide and soar. 5, 6, toss and mix. 7, 8, let it shake.
The only bag with the Easy Guide seal. Ziploc. Unlock life. S.C. Johnson. HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically Black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Kentucky State Thoroughbreds take on the Fort Valley State Wildcats, Saturday, September 14th, 1:12 Central. Watch on the Griot Cable Network.
The best free streaming service is here. Local Now has everything you need with the channels you love.
This is a game changer.
Local news, national news, TV, and more. Local Now, free TV that starts in your city.
New on the Griot, masters of the game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with Black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. You know, a lot of times, those years that they tell you take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on the Griot. Check your local listings.
A crescent moon atop us here at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Southern in front, 16-7 here in the second quarter. Coach Aaron Kelton having to burn a timeout because his team was not fully equipped for the field goal attempt. And this is how he felt about having to take that timeout. Not very happy. Now the opportunity to make this a one-score game. 34-yard attempt for Jimmy Maul. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it is good. Savannah State still in it here. We're in the third quarter, 6 in the play. Tigers down by 6.
I didn't have to spend my life trying to find my calling. Mine found me at an early age. There was no question of what I wanted to be. It was just a matter of how good I could get and how far I would go.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your call, nothing can stop you from answering it.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the detail.
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Download now to start your free 7-day trial.
Style is king on the Jeffersons.
We are the Jeffersons.
And George Jefferson takes the crown.
Remember, I worked my way from the bottom up to the top.
But not before his wife tears him down.
Sometimes I call him loudmouth. I wear the pants in the back. And when you zip them up, include your mouth.
Watch the Jeffersons on the Griot Classics, your neighborhood for classic laughs. Check your local listings.
Savannah State makes it a one-possession game after that field goal went through from Jimmy Maul. They are down 16-10. Here's a scoring drive, 4 plays, picking up just 4 yards on that drive. It was set up by the blocked field goal attempt by Drayshawn Dawkins, returned by Eli Norwood. Now Savannah State back out to kick it away. The Savannah State defense has been phenomenal today, despite the score of 16 for Southern. Jaguars defense has been fantastic as well. Back to receive the kick is Tyler Kirkwood. Ball comes off the right side. This is returnable. First man misses. Nice return by Corey Russell. And now it's that time if you're Southern, as it looks like there's a Savannah State player that's down, and that's Uchina Noah, needing some extra time to get up for Savannah State. Training staff looking at him.
This should be a big drive for both of these teams, right? You know, Savannah State, you know, you're able to get a block field goal, get into scoring position, not able to get 7, but you get 3 points on the board. So, you know, you can build off that momentum. If you're Southern, you know, Zay T-Set has been being able to come into the game. He's been able to move the ball down the field. The offense looks a little bit more fluid with him at the position. So what can Zay and the offense do here on this next possession? If you're Savannah State and you can get off the field, you're putting yourself in a position where you can take the lead.
Well, as Noah continues to walk off the field, happy to see him able to walk off under his own power. We'll take a look to next week, where we head back up to Georgia, and Fort Valley State will be hosting Kentucky State in another SIAC battle, 1 Eastern, noon Central on the Trio. Jose T-Set threw 3 passes last week for just 14 yards. This week has more than 50 yards through the air, a passing touchdown, his first of his young college career. Go back to his time at Scotlandville, had the ability to run as well as pass, more than 1,900 passing yards, 16 TDs his senior year at Scotlandville. Now at the controls of the Jaguars here in his hometown. On 1st down and 10, it's a handoff. And again, not a lot of running room. This defensive front for Savannah State has been stout. No gain on 1st down.
They have, and that's the way you want to start this drive out. If you're Savannah State, you know, trying to run on you, but you limit them to no gain, right? So now 2nd and long. So Savannah State, man, they're starting this drive off the correct way.
Russell, the running back. C.J. Russell, senior from Arcadia, Louisiana. On 2nd down, straight drop for T-Set, throws, caught. And Dupree Fuller scoots out of bounds. The tight ends have been a part of this offense, whether it's been Jermaine Minor or Dupree Fuller. They found the right spaces.
Yeah, and you see here, right? So Southern, they do a lot of crossing routes, right? They do a lot of crossing routes, and the zone that Savannah State is in, you have to pass those crossing routes off. They did a good job. Number 7 here, he was able to, he got out leveraged. Alik Booker, he got out leveraged in his zone. But again, Southern doing a good job crossing routes and getting into these zones.
17-yard pickup on the last play. DeAndre Creary wrapping up Darren Morris. It's a nice pickup on 1st down. T-Set throws a really tight spiral, and the ball can go anywhere when he has it in his hands.
For sure. And I like this battle down here at the bottom of the screen, right? We have Darren Morris against number 5, DeAndre Creary. These 2 guys, they have been going at it all game, and I love to see the competition between the 2.
T-Set going up top, looking for Tyler Kirkwood, but excellent coverage by Hudson Premise, a graduate student from Washington, D.C. 3rd down.
Hudson Premise, this is good coverage. Up the seam, punch, through the receiver's hands. That's textbook. Punch through the receiver's hands, make it tough for them to catch. Good try right there for Tyler Kirkwood going up there and to catch that rock.
Third down and short, pressure coming from either side. Russell scoots through, and Russell breaks a big run past the 40 towards the 30 at the 31. Cameron Leonard makes the tackle, but stop the touchdown here.
Yeah, and this is tough, right? This is tough. You see this big hole right there. He's able to find it, get through there. As you Savannah State, you have to be gap sound. You have to be gap sound. That means everybody on the defense has a gap, whether you're on the front four or you're on the second level. And as a secondary, you coming in and filling in for that run. Everybody has to stay in your gap, be gap sound, so you don't have those long runs.
There's another player down for Savannah State, so we're going to take another break. We'll be back for more third quarter action when we return.
Please give a hearty DTU welcome to our Discover the Unexpected Fellows.
My name is Joseph Tilley.
Imani Waters. Aaron Gardner.
Stephon Young-Grove.
Maddie Moore. Amaya Fountain.
Juan Ben Jr.
Kennedy Jackson.
Harrison Buck.
Kayla Hare.
This is an 8-year journey between the NMPA and General Motors that has proven to be transformative.
For me this summer, it's really about leaving an impact within the NMPA Chevrolet.
I am really excited to be part of the fellowship this year. I'm grateful. This is like very grand and very big for my first one.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically Black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Kentucky State Thoroughbreds take on the Fort Valley State Wildcats, Saturday, September 14th, 1:12 Central. Watch on the Griot Cable Network.
New on the Griot, Masters of the Game.
As a master of comedy, someone wants to be in this world. What's your advice to them?
Don't be afraid. Say what you want. Do it a bunch. Do it where you're uncomfortable doing it.
Sit down one-on-one with Black people who dominate the game.
And when you get really sad and you don't want to do it anymore, take a little break, but get up and do it again.
Right here on the Griot. Check your local listings.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent. That's the problem.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Powerful.
I don't know where you've been, but you're going to respect this courtroom. I'm going to throw you out real quick.
Mathis Court is in session. Check your local listings for times and channel.
Southern is driving, just picked up a first down on the run by C.J. Russell in front by 6. First down from the 31. T-set throws the crossing route, 2-2-3, Fuller. Fuller has some space, and oh my! Dupree Fuller lays the boom, then walks in for the touchdown.
And we talked about the crossing routes. They've been doing it all game, whether it's zone or it's man-to-man. And for some reason, Savannah State's been having a little bit of trouble guard these crossing routes. But again, get the ball in your playmaker's hands. Fuller, able to walk it into the end zone and toward the end, able to lower his shoulder, put the boom on and let him know that he's there.
31-yard touchdown pass, the second of the day for Zay T-set. And to Fuller. Another strong evening catching the rock. Last week it was 4 catches for 37. And now has a touchdown to his tally. As Griffin prepares to kick the extra point. Last time he was kicking, it was blocked on the field goal attempt. This time it's up and good. And Southern leads by 2 scores as Southern has found something with Zay T-set.
And we talk about the crossing routes, right? So if you're in man-to-man, you have to stay on your man. And again, we here looking for him. And Zay, he sees him. And then you stop it here again, and he's out in the open. And out in the open, and nobody's here. Nobody's here in this area. Again, he's able to really walk it into the end zone. And when he get down to the 5, put his shoulder down, let him know that I'm here. Stop it here again. Again, there's nobody in that area. So we have to figure out on the Savannah State side, like what's going on with these crossing patterns. Like, why are we turning these guys loose?
3 receptions on the day for 54 yards and a touchdown. And when you get into the end zone, you can dance a little bit.
Hey, man. You on TV, man. You got to show mama you got a little bit of rhythm, man. You got to dance on it, baby.
So Kobe Griffin prepares to kick the ball away. But if you're Dupree Fuller, again, last week it was 4 catches. That was more than he had his entire 2-year career. This week he has 3 and has a touchdown, his first of his career. And the tight ends have been key in this game, whether it's been him or Jermaine Minor. Ball through the end zone, so Savannah State will have to take it from the 25.
I love the energy in here, James. They're getting it, baby.
It's good vibes. It has not been good vibes offensively for Savannah State, though. You see Jaden Adams had that one long play of 81 yards for his touchdown. Other than that, they have been minus 10 in the yards department. So now have to get something going if they want to stay in this game. Southern leads by 2 scores. Adams throws off the right side to Shamarcus Poole. Poole picks up 5 before he's pushed out of bounds. Officially given 7 on first down.
And you look at the yards, right? So you have your 20-plus plays or negative 10 yards. You have that one play for 81. And if you look at that, you say, this game should really, really be out of reach. But Savannah State, the defense has been stingy. They've been able to make some plays on the special team side of the ball. So Savannah State's offense can just find something where we can move the ball, take some time off the clock, get this Southern defense tied. Savannah State really still has a chance to win this game. They're still in this game.
Actually, a pickup of 2. That throw was behind the line. So now to be a handoff, and there's nowhere for Shamarcus Poole to go. There's that game record, Kelby Gibbons, first man there.
Yeah, and as a defense, right? As a defense, when your opposing offense isn't really doing much, you can really pin your ears back, right? So we got our guy, right? We got our guy Gibbons, SWAC preseason defensive player of the year. The offense really not giving me nothing. So look, I could just go out here and I can play ball. He has another tackle for loss. So we talked about him early in the game where we haven't really heard from him much. I knew that wasn't going to be for long. So he's starting to get his motor going. He's starting to make some plays. But Savannah State has to do something, or this Southern defense is going to keep coming after him.
This ball's batted in the air, and it falls incomplete. Randy Scott was the intended target, as Darius Harry made the play on the last play, and now Savannah State has to kick the ball away. And again, we talked about it. Negative yardage picked up outside of that long Jaden Adams run. And even in that play was off of kind of some confusion. And Southern has showed themselves after going down 7-3. Savannah State about to punt the ball away. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
And also, this is tough for the Savannah State defense, right? They're spending a lot of time on the field, so they're not getting a long break on the sideline.
Running the ball here, Whitfield is brought down. And now Nia with more.
Yeah, James, for Coach Terrence Graves, today's Coach Pete Richardson Classic game means so much to him. He played under Coach Richardson at Winston-Salem State, where Richardson became a major influence in his life. Graves called him a second father, and many even referred to him as Pete Richardson Jr. It was Richardson who pushed Coach Graves to come to Southern. Both coaches shared a deep connection, both playing safety, being left-handed, and embracing tough love with their teams. Richardson's lessons of discipline, structure, and balance between academics and athletics have shaped Graves into the coach he is today. Guys, back to you.
First down, T-set hands off Flag on the play. Grimes, again, strong running for Kendrick Grimes. We talk more about Coach Graves and Coach Richardson. And Antoine, when he was talking with us yesterday, he kind of really just hammered down that point as we get a quick note after this penalty.
Open. Offense. Number 66. 10-yard penalty. First down.
But for Coach Graves, he talked about it was deeper than football between him and Richardson. He would have him sit next to him when the team went to church. He would make sure that he was right with him anywhere that they went. And that recruiting story he talked about, Coach Graves' late father talking to Richardson on the phone, and Graves saying that, well, yeah, that's where I want my son to go. I want him to go there because I know he's going to take care of my son. And it's been that way ever since.
Yeah. Again, and we also talk on the field as far as like just this HBCU culture, right? Just the experience that you have. I had a similar one when you leave home as a young man. You know, as a parent, you want to make sure that your daughter or your son is going somewhere and is going to be taken care of, and that's what we talk about with Coach Richardson and Coach Graves. That's exactly what happened, and it's been a relationship that they've had for a long, long time until this day. So I just love to hear how Coach Graves just spoke highly of Coach Richardson.
See Coach Graves there, his team leading by 13 after going down by 4 early in the first quarter. He says Coach Richardson still comes to his office and picks his brain, and he just laughs because he knows he's trying to figure out what is he doing on offense, what is he doing on defense, and just he knows now because it's different. He's on the coaching seat now, and Coach Richardson's coming into his office, and there's going to be so much love now and forever between those two. On second down and 19, T-set slings, caught by Cameron Jackson. And Jackson dives forward for a first down.
So I love this. I love this play call, right? We call this a dagger route. Yeah, we call this a dagger route. We'll get back to it and we'll be able to show you on the screen. But it's a dagger route where you get a clear out and then you'll get a dig route, come behind it, and it works 90% of the time if it's ran the right way.
T-set couldn't set his feet for Jackson on that play, but here's what it looked like on the last play of the game, the first down.
So again, you have 3 receivers to the right of the formation, and can't see it here, but you'll see when they come to the screen. But you have the number 3 receiver going vertical, and then you'll have another receiver that's coming in that's running the in route, and right there you see that hole right there that the receiver is sitting in. So a good job by Southern's offense running the play and completing what they drew up to do.
So Gary Davis is taking some time to get up, and it looks like he is laboring. Can't put very much pressure on his right leg. And Anton, we talked about it, of course, Division I versus Division II, more scholarship players at the Division I level. And so now it's becoming a bit of a war of attrition as some of these players for Savannah State, some of these starters who've had to play a lot in this game, and this is their first game of the season, kind of, you know, the war is starting to get to them a little bit.
So again, yeah, you talked about it, right? So again, for one, it's and we're going back to the previous play, right? So you have the number 3 receiver, he's going to run vertical, and then you have this number 1 receiver that's going to come in and run an in route, and he's going to sit down in the open window, and they execute the play perfectly, just how it's supposed to be done.
Jackson makes his first grab of the day and pick up a first down. Second down and 10 in plus territory as we wind down the third quarter. T-set, clean pocket, now has to roll out to the left, pointing deep, unloads. And you see the arm on Zay T-set. He's throwing it all over the yard. His intended target was Darren Moore's, but it falls incomplete.
But this is a good job, right? As a quarterback, even though this pass is incomplete, I think as an offensive coordinator, this is what you want, right? So we just ran the dagger route. It was a medium range as far as your route tree. And then here, you give your receiver a deep shot, right? You give them the deep ball. Now what that does for Savannah State, it keeps them honest on the defensive side of the ball. So as a DB, I just can't stand flat-footed. I just can't break on the balls. I have to be open to my receiver, maybe running past me. So that's a good job by Zay and this offense.
Another strong throw, and helmet comes off. So that means the play has to stop, but Jermaine Minor, the tight end, on another crossing route, takes it towards the red zone. As we go to the fourth, 25 yards picked up.
This offense is really opening up. I think Zay, I keep saying it, I think he's getting really comfortable in this offense right now. And Jermaine Minor, he's been one of his favorite targets throughout the day. A good pitch, a good catch.
Jermaine Minor, he knows what time it is. First down, time for the fourth quarter.
T-Mobile savings, take one. Try just standing and say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits and you can still save versus the other guys. Forget it. Check out the T-Mobile savings calculator to see how much you can save.
Are these my only line?
They sure are.
Honey, do you want me to schedule Calvin's COVID-19 and flu shots?
Way ahead of you.
It's possible.
It's magic.
Schedule free flu and COVID-19 vaccines for the whole family online today. Walgreens.
HBCU Go is bringing you the best Black college sports right to your home or mobile device. A celebration of Black culture and excellence from HBCUs. We showcase compelling original programs that honor the rich legacy and tradition of HBCUs across the country. Download our apps on Apple, Roku, and Amazon Fire for the full HBCU Go experience. And join us as we amplify Black excellence.
Catch all the laughs here on the Griot Classics. The Jeffersons.
Oh, hi.
Sanford and Son.
You big dummy.
Different Strokes.
What you talking about, Willis?
The Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
227.
Mary.
Good Times.
Dynamite.
Old friends. Lots of laughs.
I think we died and went to heaven.
So watch The Griot for timeless comedy. Check local listings. She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings for times and channel.
New on the Griot, masters of the game.
How did you move so fast in terms of learning what comedy is? Because it takes years and years for comics to get seasoned, and you move very rapidly.
I think all the years I wasn't doing it, I was subconsciously studying it.
Okay.
So I understood it as a mechanism and a device. I didn't necessarily understand how I fit into the mechanism of the device, but I got what it was. And then I was very sure of my voice.
Sit down one-on-one with Black people who dominate the game.
Because I was older. And, you know, a lot of times, those years that you take to find your voice, we're talking about kids. People start at 19. It takes them 10 years to just figure themselves out. By that time, I had gone through the fire, and I'm pretty sure about myself, what I think, my POV, how I feel about things, and it's pretty unwavering at this point.
Right here on the Griot. Check your local listings.
Welcome back to Baton Rouge. I'm here with head coach of Southern University, Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, it seems like you all picked up the momentum during the third quarter. Tell me about that momentum shift and how you all were able to gain control of the game.
So I told those guys they need to settle down and do their jobs and do it well. Don't get caught up into all the extra stuff and just execute. The challenge is to play the way we are capable of playing for the next 30 minutes.
All right, Coach, best luck in the fourth quarter.
Right, thank you. Go Terrence.
And this young man helped settle them down. Zay said came in earlier in the first half. He's been the man this entire game, has 2 passing touchdowns, and Southern is on the prowl once again on the edge of the red zone at the 22. It's a run. Kobe Dillon right up the gut. But Antoine, when you have a quarterback come in and change the fabric of the game, that really just helps everyone settle down and puts everyone in a better position to succeed.
Oh, for sure. I think you said it. It gets everybody comfortable when your play caller is comfortable. And it seems as AT said, as the game goes on, each run that he has, each throw that he has, he gets more comfortable in his offense. So he's been doing a phenomenal job since he stepped in.
Kobe Dillon takes it for first down yardage. Tackle made by Drayshawn Dawkins. But right now, this is what you want if you're Southern. You want your offensive line to lean on this defensive line that has played a lot and to find ways to push them forward.
Yes, sir. Savannah State defense, they have a lot of snaps this game. And that's no excuse, right? You out on the field, you got to go do work. But Southern, they've been doing a good job. Just continue to run the ball and put their will against Savannah State.
There is a late flag as Pierce Brown is the man that made the tackle on Dillon. We'll have to see what the call is. Pierce Brown has to go out because he lost his helmet.
Personal foul. Defense, number 97. Participation without a helmet. The fielder will be enforced half the distance to the goal. First down.
And that's always tough because you don't want to stop playing. You don't care that your helmet has come off, but it is a penalty nonetheless.
It is a penalty, but hey, look, man, you show that on film on Monday, right? You got your brother out here with no helmet, and he's still out there trying to let it go. That's a dog. That's what you want on your roster. That's who you want to be playing next to.
First down and goal from the 5. Kendrick Grimes trying to find an avenue into the end zone and does. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Again, great job by Southern's offense, right? It was rarely any throws on this drive. Savannah State's defense, they've been on the field a lot tonight. And Southern's offense, the offensive line, they've just been able to lean on these guys, tire them out. They've been able to punch the ball in.
So Kendrick Grimes led the team last year with 9 rushing touchdowns. Has his first of this year. And Southern is going to go for 2. Fuller in motion. T-set. Fires. It is past the intended wide receiver, Cam Jefferson. Incomplete. But Southern has taken over this matchup, and Kendrick Grimes is a big reason for it as he hits it out of the park and scores for the first time this season.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
Look alive, Drew.
Your repairs have been scheduled. Nice.
Yes, you'll get a rental car on site.
Heads up. Oh, I'm gonna turn this down to an 8. My bad.
We can do this all day. Geico claim service is 24/7. Nice catch.
Your claim has been approved. Your claim has been approved.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically Black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Kentucky State Thoroughbreds take on the Fort Valley State Wildcats, Saturday, September 14th, 1:12 Central. Watch on the Griot Cable Network.
It's a party now here on the Bluff. Southern in front of Savannah State, 29-10. Kendrick Grimes with the rushing touchdown. Joshua Griffin, he has 3 made field goals on the day. One from 49, 44, and 38. Savannah State looking for answers now. Down by 19. Ball is away. It will be Hampton to return. And he loses his footing at the 15. After going up 7-3, it has been an onslaught of offense from Southern. And as you see, 9 plays, 58 yards, over 3 minutes and 10 seconds, finished off by Kendrick Grimes. But Southern has outscored Savannah State 26-3 since being down. And we talked about those upsets. Miles defeated Alabama State last year. Tuskegee has defeated Alabama State Division II over Division I. Southern wanted to make sure that they were not going to be on that list.
Nah, not at all. They turned it up this second half, offensively and defensively. So we'll see how they can finish this game.
That ball just pops free. There's a flag late. Jamarius Brown, the transfer from Miles, who was on that team that beat Alabama State last year, was there on the coverage of Kyrie Wallace. Now let's wait for the flag. So an eligible man downfield. Coach Graves trying to decide what he wants to do.
An eligible receiver downfield, number 5 of the offense. The player was covered up by an outside receiver. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
So again, we talked about at the top of the show, just, first game versus second game, right? This is Savannah State. We see some substitution issues early in the game. That's kind of those first game jitters, right? Being able to iron some of those things out, pretty sure next week it'll be much better. But just, with Southern being able to have their first game last week, some of those issues they're not really dealing with this second game of the season.
Shamarcus Poole has nowhere to go as he's down by Darius Harry. Down the road in New Orleans, Louisiana, the transfer from Southeastern Louisiana.
This Southern defense has been flying around. You see the guys that are running through their gap, creating a new line of scrimmage. And when we talked to Coach Miller, the defensive coordinator from Southern, earlier this week, one of the things that he talked about that he would like to see his team improve on from game 1 to game 2 was tackling. And I think that's something that they have improved on. They've been tackling really, really well tonight, their second game of the season.
Second down and 19. More pressure. Adams throws on a crossing route. And Elijah West, the transfer from Iowa Central, there on the pass breakup, third down and long.
Yeah. This is tough for Savannah State. They're 0 for 8 tonight on third down. If you're an offense, it's going to be tough for you to move the ball and put points on the board, being 0 for 8 on third down. So obviously after this game, it's going to have to be some readjustments on that offensive side of the ball, figuring out what they can do to get some more movement on the offensive
play clock. And Shamarcus Poole goes down. He's holding at his hands. Southern is wondering why this is allowed because Poole was standing up. And now Poole is helped up.
He got it.
So Poole will have to come off. There's the injury timeout. We'll take a look at it again. Jaden Adams just letting Poole go down. She's pointing at his fingers. So a new running back comes in, Bull's able to walk off. The new running back comes on. Adams on third down and long. Has to step up, really nowhere for him to go. And Elijah West once again on the stop from behind. And it's fourth down, and still no third down conversions for Savannah State.
Yeah, it's at a point now when you're on the Southern defense side of the ball. I'm just pinning my ears back and I'm ready to go, man. I'm going after the quarterback in the backfield. So again, at this point of the game, if I'm Savannah State, I'm gonna try some things out. Whether it's some trickery, whether it's a double pass, more screens, reverses, or something to try to get a flow on the offense that we haven't been able to get so far in this game.
Matthews gets this away, returnable for Chandler Whitfield. Whitfield trying to get to the outside, takes it into plus territory. It will be a short field for Southern as they look to add to their lead. It's been all Jaguars in this second half.
Do you think we should head back?
Zippy, 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 zippy,
Take the next exit on the right.
What's wrong? My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
It's unbelievable.
Hundreds of millions of lives impacted.
This is a dangerous hurricane.
Tens of thousands of live reports where the weather is happening.
Yeah, this is extreme.
Thousands of storms forecasted. 40 years of storytelling. 22 specialized and advanced field degrees. 7 innovative weather presentation patents. And a former National Hurricane Center director. 1 trusted best-in-class expert team. America's most trusted news network. The Weather Channel.
19-point lead. Southern looking for more as they are on top of Savannah State. Next week, Southern has been spectacular here in the second half. AT said has been spectacular since coming on. Excellent play right up the field. That was well done. Amir Phillips making the tackle. Next week, we head back up to Georgia where Fort Valley State will host Kentucky State in another SIAC battle. 1 Eastern, New Central on the Griot.
Savannah State defense, they've been showing flashes all night of what they can do on the defensive side of the ball, whether it's Amir Phillips, Gary Davis, Darian Bell. These guys have been flying around. Again, they've had a lot of snaps on the defense tonight.
Strong form tackle made by Keon Bryant, who had gone out earlier today. Jermaine Minor Jr., who's had a fantastic day, makes the catch. Third down and manageable for Southern.
And this obviously is a route that Southern's very comfortable with. Their tight end dragging across the field. This is something that they've been doing all night. They've been successful with. But obviously, if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. Just keep doing it. It's been good for them.
T said again on a crossing route, caught by Darren Morris, and he picks up a first down. Keon Bryant makes a tackle again, but like you said, just opening up that space and having somebody come right into it.
That's for sure. And then again, what it also does is it makes it an easier route for your quarterback, right? So again, he's not having to look outside or anywhere else. It's right there in front of his face where these crossing routes are. And again, they've been successful with these routes.
Darren Morris redshirt freshman from Baton Rouge, played at Southern Lab High School. A lot of local flavor on this side as T-Set throws low this time for Dupree Fuller. One of the rare mistakes Zay T-Set has made today, second down.
And what I've noticed too, I think you've seen it as well, is his tight ends are some of his guys that he liked to go to, whether it's Dupree Fuller, we've seen him in some action, obviously scoring earlier today, and Jermaine Minor, we've been speaking about him a lot this tonight, but he likes his tight ends. He's been able to get the ball around to a lot of his weapons. Chandler Whitfield, he's been getting into the action. Darren Morris, he's been getting into the action. So again, great job by Zay when he's coming into the game and just giving it to his guys.
Stands in the pocket, and Whitfield couldn't go up for that one. But you also see the strength of T-Set, and that's what you want from your quarterback, to be able to stand in and deliver throws, although Whitfield could bring it in.
100%. You always don't want your quarterback to be moving. Sometimes you want your quarterback to sit in the pocket, stand his ground, and deliver the ball. And sometimes as a quarterback, you're going to have to take some hits.
Xavier Esquilin, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, came around to provide the pressure. Now it's third down. 9:33 to play. Savannah State has to have it defensively, as Coach Graves is going to call timeouts.
Call. That's up. First and four.
The Jaguars talk it over. We'll have a third down and 10 to deal with when we return.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
One, two, seal, ziplock and a move. 3, 4, slide and soar. 5, 6, toss and mix. 7, 8, let it shake.
The only bag with the Easy Guide seal. Ziploc. Unlock life. S.C. Johnson.
Today on Nada Yada Island,
You are a special person, and you deserve to be treated like one by your wireless carrier.
Metro agrees. That's why new and existing customers are treated the same with Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, or best deals when you stay. Only at Metro.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically Black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Kentucky State Thoroughbreds take on the Fort Valley State Wildcats, Saturday, September 14th, 1:12 Central. Watch on the Griot Cable Network.
Howdy, welcome to Dallas.
Okay, Atlanta. What's up, Philly?
Hi there, Phoenix.
Here's a look at our 5-day forecast, and it doesn't look too bad.
Here are some of your top stories from Cheddar News on Local Now. NBC News exclusive you will see here first. You're high above Hollywood.
Local Now, free TV that starts in your city.
9:33 to play in the fourth quarter. Southern trying to put the finishing touches on this matchup with Savannah State. The first time these two teams have ever met here in this Pete Richardson Classic. On third down and 10, T-Set trying to find somewhere to go. Scoots out to Kobe Dillon, and Dillon takes it for a first down. T-Set moving and grooving in the pocket and just floats it for the first down.
Talking about Zay T-Set and being strong in the pocket. And actually, Savannah State did a good job staying in their rush lanes, pushing the pocket. The pocket is collapsing on him, and he's looking to see if he can get somewhere and able to escape, get the ball to his guy, Dillon, out there on the edge. Dillon able to go out there and get him a first down.
Quick throw to Jermaine Minor Jr. Jr. is brought down from behind. There's a flag also down, but Jermaine Minor Jr. takes it inside the 5. First down and goal.
Those crossing routes. Connect Jermaine Minor those crossing routes.
Pass interference. Offense, number 83. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
So on this crossing route, we wonder if there was a little bit of a rub or if that's what allowed for Minor Jr. to get more open than usual. Smiles on the faces of all the Jaguars. But it's now going to be a long first down and 25.
Typically, you see a receiver that wide open and it's a crossing route. Most of the time, it is some type of rub, illegal pick type situation.
T-set going for it all. And it is caught. Darren Morris, touchdown, Southern.
Big time play. Zay T-set giving his receiver a chance to go make the play in the air. Darren Morris, we've been calling his name a lot tonight. He's been able to go out there and make some big time plays. That's a big time play for him. Going up there and get the ball, high point the ball over the DB and get his feet in bounds.
An absolute dime from Zay T-set, his 3rd passing touchdown on the day, and he is spreading the wealth, his 3rd different receiver to reel in a receiving touchdown. Go for 2 again. Barry Remo, who played at Catholic, is now to the left of T-set.
And this is only going to get better for Zay and for his weapons on offense.
T-set rolls to the left, throws low. It's caught. Savannah State sticks Russell before he can get to the end zone, so they stop him on the 2-point conversion attempt. But if you're Zay T-set, he's been dropping these balls in buckets all across the field.
And all this is going to do, this game is going to help his confidence as the season goes on, right? First game, he had 3 attempts, right? He had 3 attempts. Now he's able to come into this second game, and he's been able to lead this offense to a number of touchdown conversions. As you see here, putting the ball in the air. Darren Moore's going up, high point, great catch, get his foot, get inbounds for another score. It's only going to get better for this offense for Southern.
Darren Morris is dynamic in the air, has a man all over him, still got that foot down. And that's 2 Baton Rouge boys making plays. As Morris played at Southern Lab here in town. Zay T-set, the Scotlandville Magnet superstar. Joshua Griffin preparing to kick the ball away for Southern. The lead has grown to 25 with 8.5 to play.
If you're Southern, you still got to keep playing hard, though. As long as it's your first game, you got to still continue to play hard. If you're on the offensive side of the ball, you have 8 minutes to try to find some type of rhythm to go into game 2 next week. So you can't tuck your head, you can't tuck your tail. You got to continue to play hard and find some positives out of this game, which there is. There's a lot of positives that they can build on, but these last 8 minutes, Savannah State has to continue to fight and keep playing hard.
Savannah State has struggled on 3rd down, have yet to pick up a first down and convert on 3rd down. Their one big play coming on an 81-yard rush on a broken play by that man, Jaden Adams. But Adams really has not had a chance to throw the ball downfield. This defensive line from Southern has really started to feast. It's first down and 10. Adams rolling off to the right. Again, you see how much time he has. It's minimal.
He doesn't have much time. That front from Southern, again, as I mentioned previously, they're pinning their ears back, and they are getting through that Savannah State's offensive line. So again, Adams, he's been on the run all night tonight, and that front for Southern, we have to tip their hat off to them.
It's led by Kelby Gibbons, who's been double teamed multiple times today, still has multiple tackles for loss. Darius Harry on the defensive line. The defensive end has a tackle for loss and a half sack, so they've gotten busy. This is going to be a run to Hampton, and he's hit behind the line. Once again, nice tackle made by Herman Brister III. He's a redshirt freshman, played at Southern Lab, and transferred back from Air Force for this season.
Coach Miller, defensive coordinator Henry Miller, he talked about this defensive line for Southern, and he just talked about this defensive line makes this defense go. Without this defensive line, this Southern defense wouldn't be what it is. So we're seeing exactly what he sees in this defensive line.
3rd down and 11. 0 for 10 on 3rd down. Adams throws to the outside. It's caught, but a long way to go. And Jordan Springs cannot pick up the 1st down. Another 3rd down stop by Southern. And again, when you have no time, it's also difficult to push the ball downfield. And then when you're behind the chains, it makes that much more difficult. So just a tough situation for the Tigers. Looked like they were thinking about staying on the field, but the punting unit will come out. And Southern will get the ball back as we go under 7 minutes. And the Jaguars looking good to get a W in their home opener this season.
Yeah, I think it's a smart decision by Coach Kelly. You don't want to, not saying that you wouldn't convert the 4th down, but if you don't want to give Southern that short field. Put your punt team out there, punt the ball out. The punter's been doing a good job. Make Southern go the long haul and see what can happen.
False start on Savannah State. Free kick upcoming.
False start. Offense, number 37. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
For Savannah State, it's going to be tough in the SIAC. This was a good test. We joked with Coach Kelton that he didn't do himself or his team any favors picking Southern to play this first match. Ball is away. Whitfield waiting for it. Takes it in at the 25. Chandler Whitfield gets to the outside. And then a blindside block way behind the play. 3 flags come in. So
you can't do that anymore in football. You know, back in my day, you could do that. You know, you could peel black, you get the blind side. And then, you know, even with the helmet, you know, talk about the safety of the game, safety of the players. So the referees are really going to be critical, be watching those type of plays.
So, you know, it's a big one when 3 pieces of laundry are on the field. Everyone heard it. Multiple officials saw it. So that will hamper down the return. And there might be a discussion about targeting.
Personal foul. Illegal blindside block. Return team, number 47. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
So no targeting, but it was an illegal blindside block, and that means that Southern will have to start from a little bit farther back. But here in this second half, the offense has really been rolling. Zay Tset has 2 second-half passing touchdowns. This is his first extended action after not playing last year and only playing for 1 drive last game, showing why he is not to be trifled with. First down run past the 20 to the 22. Helmet comes off for Mike Anderson, so he has to come off the field.
Yeah, at this point of the game, you probably see Southern try to run this clock out, get the ball to their running backs, work on their run game here.
Another run. And another short pickup. Tackle made by William Jones.
As you mentioned, this was a good test for Savannah State. They came out early in the game. Defensively, they played strong. Interception. They've been breaking on some ball. They've been flying around, playing really fast, playing really physical. They've had a lot of snaps on the defensive side of the ball. That never helps you when you're on the as a defender. But again, you know, something that they can watch film and learn from some of their mistakes and some of their miscues.
And Fulliser was wide open. T-Set has both hands on his head. Cannot believe he couldn't connect there on the wheel route. Again, just saw his numbers. Now 16 for 28, but he has the 3 passing touchdowns on the day. Like you said, he's just getting started, honestly. If you come in as a highly touted freshman, you're just waiting for your opportunity. Don't know when that's going to come. You know that as a player that was just waiting his freshman year just to get on the field. But once you did, you never left.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, right? Being ready when your opportunity comes. When your name or when your number is called, you have to be ready. So when you talk about preparing like a starter, you have to do that each and every week because you never know when it's going to be time. And JT said he's been taking full advantage tonight of his opportunity.
So a quick run by A.J. Brown as we take a look at the notable Southern alumni who have come through this amazing program. Harold Carmichael, another one of those, 4-time Pro Bowler, Black College Football Hall of Famer, as well as Aeneas Williams in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro. They make players here at Southern University in Baton Rouge, and that is why Coach Richardson just brought so many of these players in, players after them and before them. This program has been so fantastic. It's a quick throw outside.
Yes, you talk about Mel Blunt. Mel Blunt is the DB that changed the game, changed the way you play that position where, you know, he's 6'5", out there on the island just beating up the receivers in the NFL. They're the reason why they changed the rule where, you know, after a certain amount of yards, you got to take your hands off of receivers. So shout out to Mel Blunt. And then you talk about Harold Carmichael, a wonderful, magnificent receiver in the NFL and also here at Southern, and then Aeneas Williams. I've seen all the accolades that he had, but one of the best DBs to ever play the game.
That's a huge hit. Hey, I mean, a absolute missile by Jamarlo Campbell coming in to make that tackle.
And you see him, he's just shooting the gap, and that's a textbook tackle. Head to the side, shoulder, drop your legs. That's a textbook tackle. But again, we talking about the pressure. Southern, they sitting their guys from everywhere, off the edge, up the middle. He did a great job there, seeing the gap and shooting it.
Third down and 5. And that's going to be a sack. Vincent Page Jr. finishing things off for Southern as the line opened up and Page shot right through.
And again, another one. The hole opens up, and as a linebacker, you have to take it. That's a great job. And again, when you get back there, you can't miss the layup. Next time, you do a better job of wrapping up, but you get there, don't miss the layup. Or dance on them.
Christian Burks was the quarterback in for that drive as Jaden Adams' day is done. And Southern can sense it now. Whitfield back to receive this kick. Ball will bounce, continue to roll, and get into the end zone. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining as Southern is trying to finish things off and find their first win of the season. It was a tough one last week, but coach said 48 hours and we were back to business. And they have, here's what things look like moving forward. Have to go on the road, a tough test at Jackson State, then at Prairie View. Then they have a home matchup with Nichols, and then again on the road. So 3 of their next 4 matches on the road. Good to get this home win. Get yourself feeling a little bit confident before having to get into SWAC play.
Yeah, and that SWAC play is not going to be easy, right? So, again, you know, quarterback change. Zay's able to come in and get this offense rolling. So, it's going to be tough here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. But Southern, they came out here, had a good showing off of a loss in week 1.
Pulitzer, another run. And we take the 2-minute timeout. Southern well out in front.
It's not just about how you get there, but what you make happen along the way. Introducing the 2024 F-150. A tradition of excellence where strength and adaptability meet. Your journey, your legacy to define. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
AT&T is committed to supporting HBCUs and connecting the next generation of leaders to greater possibility. When I think of dreaming in Black, I think of dreaming as if I'm dreaming for all the generations that came before me.
AT&T Rising Future Makers gave me the opportunity to connect with people who have the same goals and ambition that I do. We are the AT&T Rising Future Makers. Connecting changes everything.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the details.
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Download now to start your free 7-day trial.
HBCU Go Sports, providing fans with unparalleled access to all the sounds, flavor, and pageantry of historically Black colleges and universities, bringing you up close to the exciting action, athleticism, and passion on the field. HBCU Go football returns this Saturday on HBCU Go Sports. The Kentucky State Thoroughbreds take on the Fort Valley State Wildcats, Saturday, September 14th, 1:12 Central. Watch on the Griot Cable Network.
New on the Griot, Masters of the Game.
As a master of comedy, someone wants to be in this world, what's your advice to them?
Don't be afraid. Say what you want. Do it a bunch. Do it where you're uncomfortable doing it.
Sit down one-on-one with Black people who dominate the game.
And when you get really sad and you don't want to do it anymore, take a little break, but get up and do it again.
Right here on the Griot. Check your local listings.
Today's Verizon player of the game is Zay T-Set. 3 passing touchdowns on the day, showcased his legs as well, and came on in the second quarter and has not left, dropping dimes all over the field. Zay T-Set, the Scotlandville Magnet superstar, stepped on the field and has not stepped off for Southern. He is your Verizon player of the game. It's second down for Southern, leading 35-10, 2 minutes to play as they try to ice this matchup with Savannah State. T-set back to throw. And another crossing route is caught. And this could be a big one. Down to the 1. What a play as Khalil Harris almost took it to the house, but went for 74 yards.
Again, another one of those plays, and they're making it easy for the quarterback. We have the crossing routes right in front of Zay's face, so it makes it for an easy throw and an easy catch. Good job catching the ball and trying to get into that zone.
T-set under center. Southern does not have to run another play. Regards to going for that touchdown. But for Southern, they've done everything right on the football field, but they also do things right off the football field.
Yeah, James, Coach Gray has told me his team is life changers, not just game changers. Those are the words from Coach Graves he used to describe his team and their efforts off the field. This spring, they debuted a Kids on the Bluff program, bringing the youth from around the city onto campus to explore every sport and department, teaching them the value of academics, athletics, and community. For Coach Graves, it's bigger than football. It's about shaping lives. The team is actively involved in the Baton Rouge community, from feeding the homeless to partnering with local organizations to connect with the youth and giving back to senior citizens within the community. Hey guys, they're getting it done on the field and of course off the field. Back to you.
T-set hands off. And short was Barry Remo. He's one of those players from the area, went to Catholic high school. A lot of great running backs, including Ward Dunn and Remo, T-sets, along with Darren Morris. Those Baton Rouge natives take not only the football very seriously, but the community very seriously. They've showed out here today. Clock goes under 30 seconds. Remo receives it, and he scores his first career touchdown.
There you go. That's the way this second half has been. Southern's been able to take charge of the offensive line, creating a new line of scrimmage, been able to punch the ball in, running the rock. I would have thought that Southern would have took a knee there, but until the zeros are across the clock, you got to play the ball. You got to play the ball game.
There's some confusion. Some confusion right now. And now the clock runs under 0 on the play clock. So now the ball moved back. Southern, like you said, Coach Graves and company just putting the finishing touches on this matchup between them and Savannah State. Griffin kicks the ball, and that's the extra point. And here's what Coach Graves looked like after that touchdown.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, if that was called, if that was planned, but definitely would have thought that, at this juncture of the game, Southern has it wrapped up. Would have definitely took a knee, but again, man, everybody's competitors, and until that, as I mentioned before, until that clock has zeros across it, guys, you gotta Got to buckle up.
When you see Coach Kelton has a similar look on his face, their relationship and friendship goes back 25 years.
Yeah.
And so you have a feeling that there's that mutual respect there.
Yes.
And so when Coach Graves has that look on his face, don't want to assume, but just by the way things look, you can kind of tell how both feel about that last touchdown run by Reno as Griffin is about to send it away. Hampton. And pass gets across the 20-yard line. And now for Savannah State, just one more play.
This game,
Southern showed why they're the top dog. Has to be expected in this matchup, Savannah State side. In the first.
All right, that's the end of that game. That's 42-10. Like, whatever. I don't care if you score a touchdown or not. I'm not concerned about that. You know, so some people gonna get upset, some people gonna get mad, but it is what it is. So now let's go ahead on and do a recap of the scores. So Monday, I will be breaking down a lot of this stuff because a lot of stuff I see that it's just okay, whatever. But we'll get it. All right, these are your scores from Saturday night. Tuskegee put up 20 on Grambling. 20-37, that game is still going on. Savannah State, we just seen, they got mollywop. Oh, well. Southern, you was trailing, but you came back. Look, Perry View is up on Northwestern State, 37-31. Boy, if Alcorn scored a touchdown, 55-0. My goodness, man. Hey, Pine Bluff, I don't blame you. You got put 77 on you last week. Put 77 on somebody this week. FAMU, I told you he was going to get beat 59-6. It wasn't too much for that, man. And so, no touchdowns. I wanted to see a touchdown. Mercer, Bethune-Cookman, 31. Damn. Bethune-Cookman, you need to go join. You need to go to the SIAC. Seriously. And Tennessee State, you need to join the SWAC. Real talk. Alabama State don't have a quarterback, but when you put up over 200 yards rushing, 160 something in the first half, that's what happens. Miles, you got that wake up call. Same thing with Alabama State, and I said during the week, watch Kentucky State. Alabama A&M said, "What you talking about?" They beat the brakes off them, 49-7. Lane, Jackson State, that's not even worth it. 58-7, Jackson State. Damn, Rice put up 69 on Texas Southern. It's all good. Man, Valley put up 14 points to 28. So that's the scores. Like I said, Monday I'll break down a lot of stuff. And upcoming is the Boombox Classic in Jackson. I will not be going to the game. I will be live streaming the game, but I will be outside hosting on my Jumbotron. Yes, I do have a Jumbotron in my backyard. So if you think I'm bullshitting, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. But overall, I really, really like a lot of stuff that I've seen, but then some stuff I did not like. So we gonna make it through this season. And I'm gonna leave y'all because it's almost 10 o'clock my time. And some of y'all get ready to go out. Be safe. Don't be sorry. That's all I can tell you. Been there before. Oh, goodness. My camera. And y'all have a good night. And I'm going to leave y'all with this.
Come alive. Roddick City, can't you see what's so pretty, you and me? Every time I comb my hair, thoughts of you get in my eyes. You're a sinner, I don't care. I just want your creamy thighs. Thoughts so pretty, you and me. Roddick City, come alive.
Have a good night.